All right, this is an unboxing video, believe it or not, of the GIRSAN Regard MC. All right, I picked this thing up last night, and you might ask, where's the box? Well, I'm a father, and as soon as I brought this thing home, one of my sons looks at the box and says, "Hey, I can use that. What are you going to do with it?" So it came in a nice plastic box, and my son has that. All right, I had ordered the grips, and here, let me see. Yeah, I ordered the grips ahead of time because I knew I didn't care for these plastic GIRSAN grips that they put on them. So I ordered these. They're cool hand grips, and they come with a little brass screws and all that good stuff on it. Okay. Now, I'd seen guys with these wood grips like this or this brand grips, and they take Dremels to it and all that good stuff. And I'm telling you, that's not necessary. When you put it on, you have to match the holes and you have to shove both sides down at the same time. It's a little difficult to do, but it works really well. All right. Now, I had been looking for this, and I'll tell you what happened. Let's backtrack. This gun I put together for myself a while ago, and it's Taurus. Okay, it's empty, and I really loved this gun. All right, it shoots well. It's nice and purty. I'm of the age that I even trick these things out. I'm of the age where I think I can pull off a shiny, nice little gun like this, right? Now, I've trained on this, and I'm beginning to really, I like the safety and the decocker. I really do like it on the frame better than up here. I'm going to have to train on this, and I'll tell you why. Uh, all right. That's empty too. Now, I've gotten used to, and I've trained myself on this one. So when I pull it, I pull from back here. Okay? I mean, that's where I'm at. Then you can reach the decock with one hand, and it's really nice. Or, well, I'm trained on it. I will have to retrain myself on this because when you're in this position and you put your hands there, I've put it down on safe several times and it just snaps down. So I'm going to have to retrain myself in a different spot to grab this. Now, in all honesty, this one I have shot extensively. Now, the reason why I had to get another 92 clone is point blank simple. I told you, I'm a father. And one of my sons, he really, really liked this gun. So, as a father, it's your job to keep your sons well amused or entertained with toys. So, this is what we did. So, I've been eyeing up this GIRSAN here. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And I finally, the place where I order my firearms through, he got down to where he only had 2 of these left. Okay. I've already ordered me a couple of more of the magazines, so I think they're coming Friday or something. I don't know. Anyway, I've ordered some of those, and I'll just get used to this. Now, here's what I've noticed right off the bat. Taking it apart, all right, all your weight is really up there. This slide down here, this aluminum part, it weighs next to nothing. All right, takedown, I mean, they're both pretty much identical, except for a few little things. Yeah, been a while. There. All right. You're looking at them on the inside, pretty much the same. All right. Except this one up back in here, as you can tell, it has the decocker and the safety. And other than that, I mean, that's what we're working with, right? They're identical pistols, really, except for that. Now, there's going to be people out there and, oh, Taurus sucks. All right, well, in the first place, everybody should know that the plant in Brazil that makes the Taurus was built by Beretta when Beretta had the contract for the military firearms. All right, with Taurus. See, that one didn't snap back. There you go. But so this is made on the same tooling machines, probably been replaced right now at the same plant with the same employees for more than 50 years. Okay, so those are mute. This one is made in Turkey at GIRSAN. Now, Beretta actually owns the plant that makes this. Beretta, if you look up Beretta, it's crazy. They own Umberto. They own like 10 or something like that, different gun companies. But I really, really enjoy this. The differences between the two of them, it's got a lanyard loop, which is neither here nor there. It's not a bad bevel, all right? So you're not going to have to do anything. The Taurus has no bevel, but you know, with the magazines, I don't know. I don't really. This is not a run and gun. I guarantee you that. Neither will this one be. I will tell you, this feels slimmer in the hand. Let me turn that around so we can take a look. Okay? If you look at it, it's a little bit slimmer than the Taurus. It has the finger grooves on it, which is really kind of cool. It's got nice, good grooves back here. I put the wood grips on it. The finger grooves don't have it, but I haven't noticed anything to it. This is a beefy gun. It feels like you're holding a brick, and it's a little bit heavier than this GIRSAN is. But I'm expecting really good things from this. It's really comfortable in the hand. I'll get it out to the range. Rained all day yesterday, but this used to be what I carried to church. I mean, it's all purdy and everything, right? This look, I really like this look. It's what do you call it? Desert tan, whatever you're gonna call it. But I've noticed something after I ordered this gun. Most of the guns that I do carry myself. Let me show you here. Hold on, people. I mean, are like this. This one has been shot so much I put a new barrel on it. And then right here, right? So I don't know. I must like that color. I keep gravitating to it. But the price range of both of them are pretty much, they're around $500, no matter which one of these you choose. I will say one thing, these Beretta magazines, these are Beretta 92 magazines from that GAR, they will not fit in the Taurus. I've heard that they do. I'm here to tell you that the 18 round will not fit in there. Taurus comes with the 17 round magazines, and if you can look, there's your culprit. All right, so this won't fit in there and this won't fit in here. They don't lock up and you get a lot of tension to it. So, but as for that, I mean, this is a really great design for a sidearm. And they replaced the 92 or the M9, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into that a little bit. They replaced it with the Sig Sauer, the M17, M18, whichever variant you have of that. But you got to understand something right now. Only two guns made it through the M17 trials, okay? The two guns that came through were the Sig Sauer, okay, and the Glock. All right, and they said in the test that the price was going to be the least of the categories, okay? And that was not true because when they made it through the first round of testing, the SIG was just so much cheaper than the Glock that they didn't move to the second phase of training, or of testing, which would have been, I believe, a 24,000 round or 12,000 two-time test, right, for the long-term endurance test. The two that made it through, of the two, the one was really cheap, the SIG, so that's what they went through. Now, there's going to be people out there that argue with me, but I believe that SIG 220 or 320 rather, that they adopted, let me tell you, there's a flaw in the design. It's a drop and pop. They've worked on it a whole bunch of times, but they're still having problems with it to the best of my knowledge. So of the Beretta, which was actually redone and put into the test, the only firearm since the Colt that made it all the way through testing was literally the Beretta, and they just knocked it out of the testing right off the bat. So you don't know. I guess it's like you're going to find out on the job. I mean, they did the same thing with the XM8 program. We all remember that. The XM8 was later designed to the G36 and adopted by the German military, right? It was everything that the military asked for. It just didn't look right. So, but this, the GIRSAN here, actually, it's used by the Turkish police. It's passed the NATO standards test. Now, the NATO standards test it's a pretty good test, okay? But the thing about the NATO test is you have to do it twice, not just once, okay? So this has passed that. It's used by Turkish police. Some of their military uses this. A lot of them use the Canics. I have a Canic too. People have a real strange idea here in America. Buy American. Well, you got to understand, even the military doesn't buy America. SIG is not an American company. Sure, they built a plant here and they're manufacturing it here, but it's still not American made, okay? H&K, it's a Belgian company. They're making the last batches of the M4. I believe SIG has got the M7, which is coming out in an 8mm, and they're starting trials now with 101st Airborne. I think they've already adopted that rifle, right? So, you know, be careful when you're asking about one branch. Oh, buy American. And then, you know, you've got your, what would you call it? Your prejudice. People don't like Turkey because the Ottoman Empire had 3 different genocides. What was it? The Greek, the Armenian, and I can't even remember the other one right off the hand. But yeah, so, you know, you ain't got those. But yeah, I mean, so, yeah, whatever. But I've seen a lot of good things on this. I haven't got out with it yet and done anything, so we will see. I will say, so far, this is handier in the hand. It really, and if you really look at it, I don't know if you can tell or not, but this part of the gun, right? It's the rail is a little bit different than over here. This is a lot thicker, a lot beefier everywhere. The trigger guard, if you'll look, it's thinner down here. So, I mean, they've thinned it down. I believe that's why it makes it a lighter pistol. And I believe the mill work right here to put the finger grooves in that you're looking at, I think that took a lot of weight off the pistol. Later on, I'll put it on a scale and do it. But the functionality of it is pretty much identical. And so far, and like I said, it's more than likely because, I mean, I've trained on this and shot it quite a bit. So I'm sure that's the reason for it. But so far, you know, I'll train with this. I'll get used to it. But you can see you're pulling grips, right, where they've got it. It's very rugged. It grabs nice, but I'm used to grabbing it farther back because of this, right? And on this one, if I grab it farther back, which I can, I'm actually grabbing the safety decocker, right? But anyway, I just, I thought it looked really cool. Yeah, move that out of the way. And yeah, eventually when I get it out and test it, make sure everything is working right, I'll put this in my carry rotation. I carry different pistols for different things when I go out, so we'll see. I just really love the looks of this. I don't know why, but I've heard that this powder coating or this coating, electrolysis, whatever it is. I've heard that it wears off pretty quick. I don't care about that. But yeah, that's what we came up with. So, anybody got any comments? You let me know. All right, everybody, God bless. Let me see how you turn this off. Oh, there it is.